All right. So I'm going to record this. So welcome to New Consultant Training. So what I want you guys to do, I'm Lisa Bradley, is I want you to introduce yourself, and I want you to say, well, what made you say yes to Mary Kay? And then I want you to share if you have any any fear, or if there's anything in your space that is like, that's a fear that we want to address today. We want to get all of that out in the open. So Cynthia, you were on first, so you get to introduce yourself and then share what your goal is, and then tell us something great. So
Okay, so my name is Cynthia Good. I am a mother of five. I work at a daycare now, but I am needing to come into some really great side income and hopefully not side. I was introduced to Mary Kay years and years ago, but never did took the steps to become a consultant until now, which I believe is a push from God to go ahead and do something great for myself. And because this product is a proven work and it has done such great things in the last 60 years, I decided that this is going to be my side hustle slash career goal, is to just get in here and make the most out of my opportunity. I invested in myself by even spending the money to get to where to this point. So I don't consider it a loss. I want to stay motivated, which is one of my fears of not staying motivated and organized. That's one of my biggest fears, is to stay motivated and organized, because it's going to take that. But I want to push myself to do something different. I'm definitely out of my comfort zone as far as selling anything, but I know the product sells itself. Of course, I'm afraid of no's, but I'm more excited about yeses. Um, I let's see. And like I said, my goal is just to be great. Just, have this as something that not only is it a if I decide not to do it for a couple of months, I still have money coming in from it. So that's where I want to get to. Or even if I don't, get another client in for a month or two, I still have, $2,000 and $3,000 checks coming in every month. So that's my goal. That's my goal. I want to work it for the next 10, 15, 20 years if I have to, and just do what I have to do. Plus, it's be something that's fun, and I can meet other people, and I can talk about God with other people. And, so that's one of my other goals as well.
well, we're going to talk about the no's, because just so you know, this is the no's goes with the yeses, and so I'm going to uncollapse all of that for you guys today. So thank you for sharing, and girl, you are at the right place at the right time. Y'all came in at such the perfect timing with this, with our March double credit, and you don't even know what double credit means, Cynthia, but like for your retail, and this is just the beginning, so you can go wherever you want. So we'll talk about seminar recognition, but yes, so you got your Great Start qualified, and then you got your bundles, and so you're going to get that recognition. We're going to get that recognized tomorrow for you, so everybody gets to see. Yay! All right, Tanika.
Hi, my name is Tanika. I am a single mother of three. I have a 19-year-old, a 14-year-old, and a 3-year-old. I joined Mary Kay because years ago, I want to say maybe 14 years ago, I had joined, and then at the time, it wasn't for me. It was more of me just being a customer. And so I went ahead and went back to the workforce. And the other day, I was jokingly telling my mom, hey, I think I'm going to join Mary Kay again. She's like, are you serious? I was like, yes. I was like, but I'll let you know. So as I was leaving her house, I told God, show me a sign. Well, I got to the first stop sign, my lipstick fell, which was a Mary Kay lipstick. And I was like, okay, I'll get it. I got home, and as I was getting out of the car, my purse fell, and all my Mary Kay fell out. And then Lisa checked me and I was like, okay, that's it. I've got 3 signs, I'm joining. So I joined. Um, what I want to get from Mary Kay is to make this my full-time job. And my biggest fear is me stopping myself, getting in my own head.
Okay, well, we're going to talk about the emotional cycle today. Um, because you know what? We all have that, and our success is really right here between the 6 inches, in our head, right? And so we are going
Yeah.
to talk about the self-sabotage and the emotional cycle. But I will tell you guys, I know both of you. You both have a drive, you both have a determination, you are teachable, you are coachable, and that right there sets you up for success. I always say that the best leaders are really the best students. So I want you to know that, and if you need a pencil and a piece of paper, then you can definitely, get that out. And if you have any questions, then we're just going to kind of roll through this overview of how to set yourself up to go forward. But first, I want to welcome and make sure and congratulate you because you have both made a life-changing decision. There are endless possibilities inside your starter kit. There are diamonds in your starter kit. There are cars in your starter kit. There are houses in your starter kit. There is self-confidence in your starter kit. There are friends in your starter kit. There are, just countless. If I closed my eyes and took away everything that I've received from Mary Kay in the last 27 years, I would be a very sad woman. So I want you to know that, Nika, what you said, when stopping yourself, that is key. And we're going to really talk about that. And I want you to know that when you have a positive attitude is imperative, and your attitude determines your altitude. So here's the thing. The word says in Proverbs 23:7, it says, as a man thinketh, so is he. So I want you to know that if you think you can, you can. And if you think you can't, you're done. Okay. So we are going to work on our head and we're going to work on our emotional management, because in Mary Kay, we have emotional management, we have skill management. And I will tell you that it's the emotional management. We can learn the skills, but we're also going to learn to manage our thoughts. And I'm going to give y'all some really great sermons. Like I listened to one today by I love Craig Groeschel, and he's got a whole thing. And so we could also do a little Bible study, book study together, and be able to do that. But I want you to know that Mary Kay is the product, but you, my friend, are the brand. Your image, people are going to do business with the people they feel safe with. So, we don't want to go overboard on our makeup. We don't want to, and we don't want to go under, so we don't want to look like women of the night. And we don't want to have our boobies hanging out, and our skirts like super short. But we do want to look classy, and you don't have to wear, a ton of makeup. But, when we hold ourselves with confidence, then I know, Nika, I think you and I were talking about this the other day, that when you said all of a sudden I decided to put my makeup on, right? Then our self-confidence goes up. I know for me, I put my makeup on even if I'm working at home, because if I get dressed and put my makeup on, even if I'm not going anywhere, I feel better about myself. So, and then here's, the question that I want you to ask yourself is, when you walk out of the door every day, what do you buy from you? And I will tell you, the best thing that you can do for your entire image is just have that beautiful, gorgeous smile and be inviting to other people. And both of you love Jesus, and just like me. And so you have the joy of the Lord. And I think that's one of the biggest things that will attract people to you. And so I want you to know that in Mary Kay, we get paid for how we think. We get paid for how we think. So we are gonna use our head. And so my personal goal for each of you is for you to be holding your very own skincare party in 2 weeks. Like typically it's 2 weeks from the day that you signed your agreement, but 2 weeks from, I want you to be holding your own party. So I know that for this weekend, um, Cynthia is going to have her grand opening at the studio. I'm going to do that. Nika, you're having your grand opening. Your mom's going to do that. And then I want y'all to,
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to give you some pointers to look at. And then I want you to schedule a party like within the next day or two. I don't care. You can get your BFF. You can put teddy bears around. Not really, but if that's what it takes. But I want you to get in front of somebody and I want you to hold a party very close to the party that you saw. Because number one, your enthusiasm will take you anywhere because you can do everything wrong with the right attitude and soar to success, or you can do everything perfectly right and you have a bad attitude and you'll fall flat on your face. But the quicker you do a party, then fear does not have a way to get in because you're in action. If you're in action, then the fear isn't there. If you twiddle your thumbs and you don't hold a party for a week, you're gonna go into analysis paralysis. Trust me. I just want you to do it. I don't care what you sell. I just want you to get there and have someone to practice on. Then when you watch another party, you're actually going to be able to receive and to be able to see, oh, wow, I did that great. Oh, wow, I forgot that. Oh, and we're going to walk through it as you do your parties. Okay. So that's my goal for you is for you to be holding your first skincare party in 2 weeks. Okay. So let's talk about the Mary Kay culture and our core values. Okay. Because I believe that the Mary Kay culture and our core values is what sets us apart from any other company. We have the go give spirit. The greatest honor that you can get in Mary Kay is that of being Miss Go Give, and that's giving of yourself selflessly to others to help other people. And that we have built our entire 60-year business on the golden rule philosophy that we would do unto others as you would have them do unto yourself. And so when you focus on the needs of others, you will really be able to build, because this is what it is. We want to build a strong, solid, sustainable, profitable business that where you can have joy and you can have hope and you can pass that on. And so I want you to know that every single person has an invisible sign that they wear around their neck that says, make me feel important. And so that's what our goal is for us to be servants and to help other people feel important and to help other people get what they want. We live and do our life with God first, family second, career third, not 33rd, but third. And when we put our life in that order, everything works. And I can assure you, out of that order, nothing works because I've been there, done that. Nika, if you don't have one, I'm sure your mama has one. I know that you got your autobiography. Cynthia, I have your starter kit in my car. Is that the autobiography is going to be a required reading. So if you guys aren't a big reader, then pick up your book and read it for 10 or 15 minutes a day. Because I will tell you, when you read the Mary Kay autobiography and you learn the culture and you learn Mary Kay's heart and why she started this business, you will be so proud and you will be able to share that what you learn with the people at your parties and that you meet along the way. I want you to immerse yourself in the Mary Kay story and her background so you feel confident and knowledgeable. And there is, and it's on our shopping sheet. Let me see oh, you know what? My thing is over here. But this is, yeah, I just dropped a bunch of things on my floor. but this is my placemat, and I love this Pride Points. You can print this out and y'all can earn your placemats for free. But I love the Pride Points. And if you take this with you, it's because I mean, we're number one in the direct selling brand in the world of skincare and color. You can just read this off at a party. I think this is like the best thing since sliced bread. And this is our 60 years of inspiration, innovation, and impact. And it's on Mary Kay In Touch, and it's also on our boards. So we have incredible products and we have incredible opportunities. So you have a Mary Kay rowboat, my friend. One oar of your rowboat is selling the product, and the other oar of your rowboat is sharing the opportunity. So Mary Kay asked that we pass on her dream, and we do that through sharing the opportunity, and we sell product. So what I'm going to tell you is your success in Mary Kay is going to be directly correlate to the oh, Nika's got two phones. So it's directly correlate to how do I say this? To the number of faces that you put Mary Kay on and the number of people you share the opportunity with. So if you only put, if all you do is just put product on people's faces and you never share the opportunity, then your rowboat is going to go in a circle. If someone comes in and they only recruit people and they never introduce people to the product, then their rowboat's going to go in a circle. So we're going to learn how to go have our rowboat go forward, and you will get to your destination. The more faces and the more shares you do, the quicker you're going to get to your destination. And so that's our two paths to the top. And so we're going to merge those together. So we are team building and selling, team building and selling. Now, I think I've talked to both of you, but I want you, even though you might not think you know a lot of people, there are people that you know, even if you haven't talked to them in 10 years, okay? So here's what I can say. If you are asking God and you sit down and you say, okay, Lord, I really want you to place the people in my path and on my mind who I need to reach out to. And it could be someone you haven't talked to in 10 years. So you're going to be obedient, because I know that you guys love Jesus. So you're going to be obedient and you're going to write that person's name down. And then I'm going to give you, if you're not sure how to contact someone you haven't talked to in 10 years, then we're going to go ahead and get the script to be able to do that. But I want you to know that I want you to write down that these are the reasons why people will book a Mary Kay party, okay? Because remember, everybody has that sign, make me feel important, and then they always have what's in it for me. They're listening to that radio station, WIIFM, what's in it for me. So when we're meeting people at a party, or we're booking from our bookings, or you met someone more in chat, I want you to always think about what's in it for her. So here are some of the reasons people would book a party. Number one, they like you and they want to help you. So when you're a new consultant, you call in your amen favors. I know that Cynthia called in her amen favors from the people that she works with that love her and like her, and they're there. And just like Nika, I'm not sure who else coming to your party. We can talk about that tomorrow, but she's going to be there to help you. Number two, they want to help the hostess. So maybe you booked a party from a party and the people are there at the party and they want to help the hostess get extra party perks. And so they want to help the hostess. They love the product and they want to earn it for free. So out beside that, you're going to put, that's a motivated hostess, because she wants some product for free. It's what's in it for her. Then you have the social butterfly. This is the girl who's the life of the party, and she's the one that has all the barbecues. She has all the baby showers. She just loves to party, party, party. And then this would be you, Nika. They love makeup and want to be the first to try anything on the cutting edge. Okay, so she is a motivated hostess. So we love the girls that love the skincare, love the color, love the makeup, love to be first. So you guys are going to make your list and it's in your packet. And so Nika, you'll get your packet tomorrow when we meet. And then you're going to make a list. So on your, your list, you can have your winning 100 list. This is going to be your homework. And you're going to keep expanding that list. Is you can, on the list that I have for your welcome packet, let me get a welcome packet. I can just hold it up. So on this one, and we're going to go through this today for your 6 Ps, but on this one, on page 2 is going to be, why would she want to book a party? And then why would she want to, why would the Mary Kay opportunity be good for her? And then if you absolutely love, love, love her, you can put a little heart there. If you think, oh my gosh, this would be some girl that I would love to do life with, and she would be the one that if I could pick anybody to have on my team and to have as my running mate, that's who I would want. And then if you know that she has $90, then you can put a little dollar sign there, because for this month, I don't know if y'all saw this or not, but I did a promotion. And so Nika, you're going to get your rebate. So what I did is, this is our promotion, and I'll put this up, but they can start their e-start for $10. And then, or if they do the $90 kit and they want to work this business. Now, why do I want to do this? I want people to want to work this business. Just because we have a $10 e-start, I don't need to just bring in kit snatchers or people that just want to go and you know, to I want someone who wants to work this business and that wants to see the value of an opportunity. So when they purchase their Pro Start, then they're going to go ahead and get they're going to get their welcome signing bonus from me for this month is I will give them a rebate for their $10 e-start. Okay. Now, if you're watching this and it's not March, we have a $35 e-start. I'm not doing that for a $35 e-start. Okay. All right. So super excited. And if they come in with the $10 and they have 2 weeks to add the $90, then I'll just Venmo them for what they paid for the e-start. Okay. All right. Let's talk about emotional management. Okay. Emotional management is a big dog deal. And I will tell you, with working this business through my entire Mary Kay career, I have gone through ups and downs, and the only difference from where I am to where you are as a new consultant is I've had more no's, I've had more craziness. And so we're going to talk about how to work through with emotional management. So here is what I do know. Mary Kay is equal to any and every opportunity out there, is equal, okay? For every person that comes into Mary Kay. But I don't know about this, but we are not all equal, right? Some of us, when we come into Mary Kay, some of us come into Mary Kay with very self-confident, with a lot of self-confidence and skills. And then others come in with a background in sales. And some of us have had business experience. And then some people have had no business experience. Some people don't have confidence. Some people maybe have come from a past that they're a little broken. That was me. I was a broken person. Okay. So I want you to give yourself the permission, and that you are going to promise that you are not going to compare yourself. You are not going to look to the right. You're not going to look to the left, and you're not going to say, she can do this or I can do this, because here's what I want you to know. You, my friends, are whole, perfect, and complete. God has created you as his masterpiece. You have everything inside of you to be successful and to be the person that God created you to be. Now, you might not have it all together at one time, but you have the ability to grow there. And it's through the growing that you will that we become that we become refined. So the beautiful diamond is refined under the fire. And so sometimes it's the trials that we've been through and the hard stuff that really makes us who we are today. And so I want you to know that when you compare yourself, you are taking your worst and you're comparing it to somebody's best, and you, my friend, will always fall up short. So we are not going to do the comparison game, because that's a no, no, no win. No people are alike. No people have the same two background. And so I want you to know that I want you to write this down. You talked about failure, right? We said afraid of the nose and afraid of failure. So first thing, I want you to write down, there's only two definitions of failure, and you are not, never, ever a failure. You are not a failure today. You are not a failure tomorrow. You are not a failure in your past. You are whole, perfect, and complete, and you are God's masterpiece. You are the child of the Most High King. And my connection is unstable, and the devil is trying to get in my computer. How funny is that? Okay, so failure. This is the two definitions of failure. You either took an action and you didn't get the result that you wanted, i.e., we could call that's a failure. And then we just go, we regroup and we go, okay, what action did I take? And what I didn't get that result that I want. Now I'm going to pivot and I'm going to go work on a skill. Or the second definition of failure is you didn't take an action, thus you didn't get the result that you didn't want. So in either of those scenarios, you, my friend, are not the failure. It was either you took an action and didn't get the result that you want, and then we get to go back and we go back to skill management, or we didn't take the action and then we go back to skill management and go, okay, now let's go work on our head and let's see why we didn't take that action, okay? And if it's time management, then we're going to work on time management. If it's organizational skills, then we'll work on organizational skills. So Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither is your Mary Kay business. Your Mary Kay business will not be built in a day, but you can start building a very strong, solid foundation. So I want to talk to you about emotional versus analytical thinking. Okay, so emotional thinking is we're all in our head when we look and we go, okay, I can tell you Mary Kay is mathematical. It is not magical. So when we learn to work the numbers, we take the emotion out of the equation. When you take the emotion out of the equation, you're in control of your paycheck. Okay, so I'm going to say that again. Mary Kay is mathematical. It's not magical. And when we take the emotion out of the equation and we learn to work the numbers, you are in control of your paycheck. Okay, so I can give you the numbers and we'll work with the numbers that you can take to the bank. But here's this, I'm going to put this up. These are the sales statistics. Let me see if I can pull them up. Let me see if I can just send this over to my Mac and then I'll pull that picture up. Because when I'm talking about numbers, I'm not talking that people are numbers, okay? People are important and people are valued, but when I talk about the numbers, it's that we have to be realistic with what the with what the results are. So right here, if you look at the sales statistics, and I'll share this with you, but 48% of salespeople never follow up with a prospect. They get their phone, they get their number, and they don't follow up. 25% of salespeople make the second contact and stop. 12% of salespeople make 3 contacts and stop, and only 10% of salespeople make more than 3 contacts. 2% of the sales, 2% of the bookings are made on the first contact. 3%. So that means if you called 100 people and you called 100 people, 2 people out of 100 would say yes to book with you on the first contact. 3% are made on the second contact. 5% of the sales, 5% of the bookings are made on the third contact. 10% of the sales are made on the fourth contact, and 80% of the sales, 80% of the bookings are made on the 5th to the 12th contact. So we are going to learn to work this a system, and the system is we're going to use our voice. And I will tell you right now, I've been in Mary Kay 27 years. So when I started my business, we didn't have we didn't have cell phones. We had landlines that were plugged into the wall. We didn't have texting. So all we had was our voice. Okay. Now, then we came and we got phones and we got texting, and then people didn't want to talk to anybody on the phone. Well, after the pandemic, the pendulum has swung. And I'm going to tell you that it is proven that in today's environment, your voice is the most important, powerful thing that you can do. And so when we're talking about texting or reaching out to people and we can do a booking blitz together, then here's the deal. Voice memo, we have voice memo on our phone. So if you're scared pea green and you don't want to talk to someone, you can literally go into text and you can send them a voice text. You can send them a voice messenger message. You can leave them a voicemail. So when we're working on our booking, we're going to use our voice, and then we can back it up with our text. But we're going to work a system so that we can have those 5, 6, 7 contacts, so you can be booking and selling at an 80 and sharing at an 80% success rate, not a 2% success rate. All right, we're going to talk about the emotional cycle. All right, so this is a cycle that is for everything in life. It's just not Mary Kay, okay? So the emotional cycle is when we start something new, we are excited. We are on cloud 9, right? You started your business, you have goosebumps, you're excited, and you're calling people, and all of a sudden, someone poo-poos on your parade. And they are going to poo-poo on your parade. I assure you, somebody somewhere is going to say, I can't believe you're doing that Mary Kay thing. So-and-so did it. She didn't get any results, and she didn't do this, and blah, 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 blah. Okay. So I want you to know, or you're going to call your best friend and she's not going to book with you. And all of a sudden that excitement is going to hit fear, and you are going to go into the fear. And it is like, oh my goodness, I can't believe I'm doing this. You know, they said it would be easy. Okay, so I'm just going to say something right now. Mary Kay is not easy. All right. If it was easy, everybody would be making 100,000, and we are the highest paid women in America, but not everybody is a Mary Kay sales director. And it's not because they don't have the ability to be a Mary Kay sales director. They just quit when the going got tough. That's the only difference between where I am and where you are, is that I didn't quit when the going got tough. So all of a sudden, you're going to try something, it's not going to work. Remember, we talked about the failure, it's not you. Then you hit this in this emotional cycle that goes in a circle. Then all of a sudden you hit overwhelm. So if you did a circle, you could do at the top excitement. Yay! Then we have over here fear. And then over here, then the fear goes into overwhelm and frustrated. And at that moment, you have a choice. You can either let the devil win and have him take you out, or you can go, you know what? I am going to figure this out. We all have two V's. You either get to be a victor or you get to be a victim. And that's where you pull yourself up by the bootstraps and say, I'm going to recommit and I'm going to make this happen. But I am your safety net. So here's what I want you to know. When someone poo-poos on your parade and your head starts to go in a downward spiral, this is what I'm going to request of you. Number one, you text me 911. I don't care. You don't have to tell me what it is. I just know that if I get a 911 text, that means your head is in the toilet. My head has been in the toilet many more times than I can ever say that. And then I will know that if I get a 911 text, I know your head is in a toilet. And then my promise to you is you will be the very first call I can make as soon as I can make a phone call. Because I'm committed that if we sit down and have a conversation, we can work through your 911. And I can tell you, after me being in Mary Kay for 27 years, probably not anything you're going through I haven't already experienced, and we will work through it together. If you do not reach out to me, your head will continue to spiral down, and Satan will take your thoughts. And I just read the most greatest book. I did this amazing Bible study by Louis Giglio. It said, don't give the enemy a seat at your table. And if you don't reach out to me, you just gave the enemy a seat at your table, and he's going to take everything that God has for you. So 911. So my question is, will you, when your head goes in the toilet, promise me that you will 911 me?
Yes,
Okay.
I promise.
Okay, because I'm not saying if it's going to happen. I am saying you will have a 911 moment, and you will have probably several 911 moments, and it is okay, because that's why I'm here to be your encourager, your lifter, your supporter. We will work through it together. That's the beauty of Mary Kay. You are in business for yourself, but you are not in business by yourself. And so I want you to also know that what I have found is the hardest part about this business for women is actually overthinking and rejection. And the hardest part about a woman, I can't hear you, Cynthia. What'd you say?
No, I was just saying that's me overthinking everything. I'm like second guessing and overthinking and trying to think ahead and everything else. I think for other people and what they say.
So, Mary Kay always said that we were supposed to be part of the Din Din Club. And that's do it now, do it now, do it now. So sometimes we just have to pull the trigger. I would rather have someone try something and just do it and make a mistake than not ever do it. And I'll also tell you, this is one of the devil's biggest, I think, one of his biggest tools. Okay, so he's got a whole little bag of tools, right? Okay, so let's talk about the devil's tools. The devil's tools are fear, discouragement, despair, doubt, anxiety, perfectionism. Perfectionism is one of the devil's biggest tools in disguise, because the only perfect person that was perfect in this entire world is Jesus Christ. And if you think you got to be perfect, I just want to tell you, a newsflash, you are not Jesus. I am not Jesus. So we are just going to give that perfectionism thing up, and we are going to learn how to fail forward to success. One of the best books I ever read was by John Maxwell, and it's called Failing Forward. And it talks about how to learn and how to fail forward. So let's talk about this. So if you have, this is success, and this is failure. I can tell you, you cannot have success without failure. There's no possible way that you can have success without failure. If you look at Thomas Edison and someone asked him, well, and I'm paraphrasing because this isn't the right words, but basically he tried 1,000 times and didn't get the light bulb. And someone said, how does it feel that you failed 1,000 times? He said, well, I just found 1,000 ways that didn't work until I found the one that did. So we are going to embrace success. And here's what I want you to write on your piece of paper. Your willingness to fail is going to be directly proportional to your willingness to win. Okay, so if you are not, your willingness to fail is directly proportional, not to your willingness, to your ability to win. So if you are not willing to risk, if you are going to risk small, you are going to win small. If you are willing to risk big, you will win big. And when I had a coaching, and I've spent so many hours with coaches, guys, like I still have coaches. Okay. So the success is, I mean, the coaching thing is not out. I mean, I have my business coach. I pay for a business coach. I am going to grow myself. I'm in a Bible study. I'm in the Word. I'm reading books. So my prayer is always to grow me, because how can I grow you? And how can I mentor the women that God has entrusted into my leadership if I'm not constantly growing forward? But when one of my mentors told me that day that if I was not willing to risk, if I was going to risk this much and not ever fail, I would only be able to be successful at this level. That was like a pivotal aha moment in my
Yeah.
Mary Kay business and my leadership. And that's in anything in life. So we're just going
Yeah.
to
That's
learn
interesting.
what?
I'm sorry. That's interesting you said that. I just picked up a book the other day called Crazy Faith. And it was like, I just started reading it, but just the first chapter of it is like, you have to have that crazy faith. Like you can just expect God to do some of the most crazy astronomical things if you're willing to just trust and believe in who he is and what he says about you.
Yeah. And it's taking his, so Cynthia, it's taking his identity of what he said. So, one of the things that we're going to talk about too is having affirmations. So for me, whenever I said affirmations, if I said, I'm $1 million director, well, if I'm not $1 million director, then my brain is going to go da 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 da. But if I do my affirmations are all based on the word of God, because, you know, I can say, greater is he who is in me than he who is in the world. That for I know the plans I have for you, Lisa, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future. I'm going to stand on God's promises. In fact, I have a whole thing with like 7 pages of scriptures that I did over the years when I was learning to memorize scriptures that I would read and say as my affirmations. And I will be glad to share those scripture affirmations with you guys. I'm making myself a note. Okay. So it, so yes. All right. So yes, so we're going to work on not overthinking, and we're going to learn to embrace the rejection. In fact, we have a little challenge that you're going to get 100 no's, because I can promise you, if you get 100 no's and you get a no and you celebrate and you put it on your 100 no sheet, you cannot have but a ton of yeses in those 100 no's. So we're going to just play that fun game, and we're going to do this. I want you to commit to 1 year, and I want you to decide that you are in this, and I'm a victor. I'm a victor, not a victim. I'm a victor, I'm not a victim. And then I want you to know that attendance at events is critical. So I know right now, Nika, you can do your, we may have to do some of the things virtually, but those that show up, go up. So I was always taught by my mentor You miss 1 week, you're sick, 2 weeks, you're dying, and 3, you're dead. So I'm going to share, this is why it's important to be in community. All right, I have this roaring fire, and I'm a little itty bitty ember, and I'm stuck on this roaring fire, and the fire is roaring, I'm roaring, I'm a little ember. I pop out to the back side of the fireplace. I'm standing all over there by myself. Am I still going to be a roaring ember, or am I going to die out? I'm going to die out.
You don't have to, you don't have to die out.
But what I'm saying is that's what community is. That's why those that show up go up. I have never missed a seminar. I missed one career conference because I had the flu. I thought I was going to drive up there with the flu. I don't know what I was thinking, but anyways, I would have gotten all my roommates sick. They would have hated me. But anyways, I didn't go. My kids were little and I stayed home. Oh my gosh, I was so sick. But that's the only career conference I've ever missed. And so we still have career conference. Y'all can go to career conference or you can watch it virtual. So career conference, they extended virtual registration and you guys can watch it in community and we could have a watch party. And I'm telling you, it's going to be amazing. And it's in Allen and it's on Friday, March 22nd and Saturday, March 23rd. And the virtual is going to be for and you won't have the recognition. You'll have all the opening, the all Saturday, but not like hours of recognition. So you'll get all the meat and potatoes and what's happening. All right, so I'm going to write down the 8 basic skills for you to master. All right. So these are what we're going to go over, and I'm going to show you and give you some resources. So here are our skills in Mary Kay. Booking is number 1. So booking is our word for scheduling appointments. All right, so we're going to learn to master the art of booking, and we're going to work a system so that we contact people multiple times, and I had the whole system. So booking. Number 2 is coaching. So coaching is the work that we do when we have booked a party. So I'm going to coach my hostess so that her party holds. And if she does not respond back to me, I can guarantee my party is not going to hold. I have tested it time and time and time again. If she does not give me a guest list, her party will not hold. Okay. I've tested it time and time again. And so if someone doesn't give me a guest list and I was going to her house, I will not go to her house because it's not going to hold and it's going to waste my time. And I could go book somebody that would hold. She can come to me. But so, and then we're going to do what we're going to coach the guest so that we create community and we create connections so the guests have a reason what's in it for them to come so that they find value in supporting the hostess and they get excited about what's in it for them. So booking gets it, coaching keeps it. Then we're going to learn the art of working full circle. So at a party, we have 4 goals per face. So y'all are going to look for these things this weekend, and then I'll give you more training in depth. But today we're just doing an overview. So at a party, the 4 goals we have is we are going to get referrals. And we're going to play the referral game. We're going to say that we're going to nominate people. And so we're going to play the referral game. And so the numbers that you can take to the bank for referrals is the new consultant gets 3 referrals per person. And once you master the skill of getting referrals, then it could be 10 referrals per person. So and then let me just digress. We have what's called a perfect start and a power start. Perfect start is 15 faces in 30 days. Power start is 30 faces in 30 days. Both of you have big goals. So you want to be doing 30 faces in 30 days, 45 faces, 60 faces, do a double power start. You can do that because here's the thing. If you have 6 people at a party, that 30 faces is only 5 parties. That's one a week with another one thrown in somewhere. That's not, you're not working yourself to death. That's not a lot of parties, right? And if you only have 4 people at a party, then that's 2 parties a week. And so that's 4 hours of party time. So we're not talking about a lot, but if you get 3 referrals per person and you put Mary Kay on 30 faces, you have 90 new leads to call and book for the next month. Okay. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to sell sets. Okay. So the goal is we want to grow to, we will sell half the people skincare that we put product on their faces. So if we put Mary Kay on 30 faces, now as a new consultant, you may not hit all these numbers and that's totally fine. We're going to coach through it and we're going to get it. So a new consultant may sell an average of $50 a face. And if you did 30 faces, that would be selling $1,500. And then if you work with me and we hone your closing skills, a master consultant sells $100 a face. So the exact same work, but now for 30 faces, you're selling $3,000. Your wholesale is $1,500. Your 10% is $300. Your 40% paycheck is $1,200 versus, I mean, that's a big dog deal, right? So it's really going to make a difference in, so we're going to work together so that you can close. The third thing we do at a party is we're going to book second appointments. So the numbers you can take to the bank, remember Mary Kay is mathematical, not magical, is you can take out of those 30 people, if you ask everybody to book a party, half will book, 15, and 1 to 3 hold, or 1 to 2 hold. So if you ask all 30 people to book a party and and 15 said yes, and so you would hold like your 5 to 8, which would be your next power start for the next month. The fourth skill to work full circle is sharing the opportunity. So here's the numbers you can take to the bank on that. 30 faces. We ask everybody to listen to the opportunity. Half will listen. That's 15. And a new consultant recruits 1 and 5. Now, this month you might do 1 and 3. A master consultant recruits 1 and 3. Okay. So if you were doing 1 and 5, that would give you 3 new team members and you would be a star team builder in month 1 from your 30 faces. So we're going to really focus on the words, the scripts, the how-to, but that's the key. Then that's working full circle. Then closing, we're going to master the art of closing. We're going to master the art of closing the sale, a table close, an individual close, and then we're going to master the art of closing for team building. So then the next skill is team building, of sharing this opportunity. We're going to work on sharing the opportunity. We're going to work on money management. So I'm going to teach you how to reduce your debt, how to pay off debt, how to build wealth and with your Mary Kay business. But until you have money to manage, then we don't need money management. So that'll be a little bit down the road. But I am going to share with you, and I'll show you where I have some training that you guys can access that is for money management, is that we want to always do our weekly accomplishment sheets and that we're doing our book work in our organization so that you are a smart CEO and business manager and that you're treating your business like a business, not like a hobby. And then we're going to focus on people skills. How do we serve other people? And then last but not least, social media, because now we add social media. and you have a choice to work in-person and a hybrid business. So I have a few more things to share this evening. But I want to check in and see what questions you have or what have you heard. Anybody?
Oh, I don't have any questions. I just have 3 pages of notes.
Well, the good news is this is recorded, so you can go back and listen to it again and again. I will tell you,
That's good.
my bathroom has been my college education for 27 years. I have listened to something almost every single morning that either grows me closer in my walk with the Lord. Well, in the beginning, I didn't have a walk with the Lord, but it was my training and like I would listen to if I listen to someone on booking, I may listen to that same audio training 8 times until I could literally say the words that came out of my mouth. So my car and my bathroom have been my college education for 27 years, and I still have my car and my bathroom. I will listen to praise and worship music sometimes if I need to have my praise and worship music on, but in my bathroom, I feel like, Jesus, let me grow closer to you. Let me develop, um, let me grow my leadership. Let me grow my skills. So I'm always looking at something. So yes, you won't get it the same thing. And then if you listen to it in a week, after you do a party, you're going to hear something totally different because you're going to be at a different place. So Nika, is there anything you want to contribute right quick?
Sorry, I had Jesus jumping all over me.
That's okay.
No, I mean, I listened to the YouTube videos that you sent me this morning. So that kind of answered my questions. And then this just, with everything that you said, it's making my decision to be full-time Mary Kay, to make this my full-time job. It's a lot easier for me. Sorry. Jesus, I'm busy. And the statement that you have made, your willingness to fail, that hit home right there for me. So that's something that I'm sticking to right now. That's a big thing for me. So
Yeah, I think it's a big thing for all of us because, and that's where when I really wanted you to get that you are never a failure. Like God created us in his image. Like we are created in the image of Christ. Oh my gosh. Like when we think about that, and God created us unique, like there's nobody that's got our own DNA. We were created for a specific purpose, for his will. And then our goal, I believe our goal through life is to continue to seek the Lord and find what his will for our life is and to pour into people. When I started my Mary Kay business, I didn't think that this was going to be my ministry. I thought I was just going to come in and it was all about me. I was going to make money. I was going to promote myself. Oh my gosh. And then the Lord had to do a bunch of work on me, right? So that's a little crazy. So I'm going to just give you some tips on how to set your home business up for success. And so I'm going to give you a couple of things like that. So first, you want to create a workspace. Okay, when I started my Mary Kay business, I had my guest bedroom bed was my workspace. So you don't have to, you could have a card table in your bedroom as your workspace, but you want to create some place that you feel that you can work and that is a happy place for you. Okay. Like I have my ring light on, but you know what? I love my ring light because I hate dark. So I like light. So I want to work someplace and I can't work with music. Okay. So if music is your jam, then that's fine. But I can't listen to music. I can't have a TV on. I can't coach someone if I've got any kind of background noise or distraction because I'm a squirrel. Okay, I will go down a million rabbit holes. So when I'm in my office, it is total silence, but I have to have a happy place. Okay. And so create your workspace, and it doesn't have to be big or anything. Like I said, in the beginning, my workspace was my bed in the guest bedroom. That's all I had. And that's what I started with. Okay. So it's not a big deal. We all start some way. It's not, we don't all start off the way you're going to open a separate checking account for your Mary Kay business. It is not a business account. It does not say Mary Kay on it. It says Cynthia Good. It says Tanika Vertiz and Lisa Bradley, and it's tied to my personal account, so I can transfer money back and forth. Okay, so you want to do that. You want a debit card so you can purchase your inventory out of that account. You want to set up your Mary Kay website, and that's going to be In Touch. And if you go under boards, there are I'll show you where that is, but there is all the, there's the information that you can go grab, and you can set that you've got the instructions on how to set up your website. If you have a question, you can call me. But I want to empower you to be a big woman and an entrepreneur and to figure things out. And here's how I figured out a lot of things. Google. If I don't know how to do something, I Google it. Okay. I go watch a YouTube video. Oh my gosh, we could find anything on anything. It's all there. You're going to sign up for ProPay. You've got to sign up for your ProPay. You get a ProPay, and you're going to do that through InTouch. But that's how you're going to process people's credit cards. So ProPay is like your holding account. You're going to put their debit and credit card in there. It's going to go in your holding account. You can transfer it over to your checking account. You can use a ProPay debit card, or I transfer it all to my checking account so then I can split my money management out that we're going to talk about later. And then, and so you can take that, but you're going to need to set that up. And it's tied also to your ordering, because it'll say you have $700 in ProPay. Do you want to use it to place your order? Today I got Cash App. So I take money through Cash App. I take money through Apple Pay. I take money through Venmo, and I take money through Zelle. And if I can get money through those 4 things and not do a credit card, I don't have any fees that I have to do. So you're going to set yourself up to be able to set those things, those payment plans in place. We've got our Legacy Maker Beauty Tribe. That is a Facebook group that I post in, and that you can have your customers in. And my promise is that I will go live more. I'm hopefully so that I can go do tutorials, but the goal is for you to have your people in there. And then we're going to go through, there's lots of training under the new MK training, MK Confident, that I have a private Facebook group, and I really don't use my business page. It's just too much for me. But my private Facebook group, I can post prices, and I can do promotions and everything in a private group. We can't put that on a wall on Facebook. We can't go buy this product on Facebook on your wall. You can't do that, because we are totally regulated, and they will like shut us down. So there's a whole section on social media. That's a whole training in itself, that when you are doing that, there's do's and don'ts of, and I have it under boards of what a post would look like that's acceptable on Facebook and what one isn't, and how they look different. On Instagram, you want to set yourself up for a business account, and Mary Kay has all the things on how to set that up, like do this, do this, do this, do this, very detailed. Because on Instagram, when you have a business account, you can post a price. You can do that. You can't do it with the personal account, but on Instagram, you can do it with the business account. Okay. So we're going to work on social media. I want you to create a great voicemail message. Hi, this is Lisa Bradley, your Mary Kay independent beauty consultant and the home of blah, 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 Lisa Bradley. I'm currently not in right now, but your call is important to me. So leave me your name, number, and tell me something great. Okay. Boom. So make sure don't have your kids on your voicemail and do not have a voicemail. You are an independent beauty consultant. If someone calls you back and you called them and you don't have a voicemail, shame on you. If I call you and you don't have a voicemail, I'm going to tell you every time I call you that you don't have a voicemail, because you've got to have a voicemail. If you're calling customers and you're meeting people, you've got to have a professional voicemail. And sometimes it'll take me 3 times or 4 times to record it. So just know I'm not perfect, but I record it until it sounds good. All right, we've got apps, and there's a whole thing on apps. So I want you to we'll have a training. There's a whole, I have a whole Vibe Cloud with all the apps on what they are. But the apps that you want to definitely use in the very beginning is going to be your Great Start app. And that app right there is going to be your training. And then, Cynthia, did you raise your hand? You're muted.
Okay, yeah, no, I'm not. Okay, so what's asked?
Apps, apps,
Oh, apps.
apps, apps, apps.
Okay, what apps?
Okay, so we're gonna go through
Oh, those apps. Yeah.
yes.
I was
So
looking to try to do those today. I'm just going to my computer and see if because I need to create my email, my own Google email for my Mary Kay. So I need to do that tonight.
yeah, so Nika, do yours too. Either do nikavertiz.mk at gmail.com or tanikavertiz.mk@gmail.com. But you're gonna want to download the My Customer app. And the My Customer app is going to be this My Customers Plus is on your phone, and My Customers is on InTouch. And so that is going to be that you can start uploading your friends and your family. And so if I was on here, you have all your customers in there. And then we're going to talk about this. This is the new app that Mary Kay has. And it's right down here that your customers can get. And that's the Mary Kay app. And then when you like it's tied to me. So you can actually send yourself to your customers and they can create, God bless you, they can create their own profile. And so I do all of my sales tickets. We're not going to do that today, but I do all of my sales tickets. I do all of my customers, everything for my customers. So we have in-depth training for that. But that's going to be something that you guys want to make sure you have set up before Saturday, because after the party, I'm going to show you how to put all of your sales tickets and everything into the My Customers. At a party, I write a paper ticket because it's just faster. And I want to be able to, if I'm going to give somebody a half price item, or if I'm going to give somebody, I can't do that on the app. So I then go back and put all of that in, but it tracks everything. So that's how I do all of my taxes at the end of the year, is through pulling up all of that. So that's crucial to get that up. And then become a product expert. So I want you to know that you want to use them, use them, use them. You will not sell them if you are not sold. You will not sell them if you do not use your products. And statistics show that we sell about 1/3 of what we personally use. I use everything from head to toe. And so I sell a lot, but I probably don't sell everything that I use, but I do use everything from head to toe.
I have a question. As far
Okay.
as taxes go, you guys, do you refer a tax person to do the tax at the end of the year? Do you refer someone who does that? Or or do you just go to H&R Block?
No, you don't want to go to H&R Block. There is like when tax season came up this last time, I can tell you what you want to keep. You know, as far as records goes, and so that you can expense the things off, like you can expense the mileage off, you can expense your products that we use. You can, you know, I keep a list of what I use for my personal use, what I use for demo, what I give away. And then you want to be able to use someone who knows how to do a home-based business, because they will make sure that you are able to get money back because you have legitimate tax deductions. So you want to be able to deduct a portion. I deduct a portion of my mortgage. I deduct a portion of my electricity. I deduct a portion of my water. I deduct my, you know, I've got my internet and all of that because I use everything and I have a home-based business. So there's a lot of resources that you can get. So right now, we just want to make sure that we do our sales tickets and we track our sales and that we do good paperwork for that. So yeah, I can't believe it's March. Okay, so yes, so we're gonna go in and I want to just show y'all right quick. You know, if you go into the Great Start app, whether you do it on your phone or you do it on your computer, you can get to this either way under InTouch. I'll show you where to go under InTouch so you can get it under InTouch, Cynthia. But Mary Kay has, if you go under the Great Starts under Education, there is MK Confident. So this MK Confident, you can do it here, but I'm going to pull it up on my computer and I'm going to show you what it looks like on my computer. So I'm going to share my screen and then let me log in. Ever since they upgraded it, it always logs us out now. So if I share my screen and I'm right here under InTouch, if you go under my customers, this is where if you wanted to start putting, oh, I have an order. Oh, well, that's okay. I don't think, okay, so let's see. I've been really bad about, okay, putting my stuff in. Okay. So, if I go over here to customers, I can go over here and I can add and go, I want to add a customer. And then you can go in and data entry your customers, but if you give them that link and incentivize them to create their own profile, if they create their profile, all of their information will drop in here and you don't have to type it in. You can type it in here or you can type it in on your phone. I like typing it in here because you can go right here to the profile questions and you can literally put in everything that's on the profile is in here. And then you can go down here where it says show more fields. And then I can put all this information, how they want to be connected, who they want to share their wish list with, and what their occupation is. And I save all of this so I have all the things. And then I can do notes for my customers so I can put all that information into so that I can pull it up and it's at my fingertips and I can remember who their husband's name is and what their dog's name is and blah, 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 because I can't remember all that stuff, right? So, so then under education, if you always want to go back, you always click up the Mary Kay and you go up here and I can go under here that you've got right down here and then you've got access right here, MK Confident and Social Media Central. So you can go here to click down here at MK Confident. And when you click that, it'll take you and then you can do your little modules everywhere here and you can take your self-paced classes and they're like 5-minute classes. So you take, and if you do it on your phone, it'll update on your computer. If you do it on your computer, it'll update on your phone. They're the same thing. They're linked together. One and they're the exact same. So that's where some of the education is. So I'll help y'all with organization and creating a brain book, but I've given you a lot tonight. And so I don't want your eyes to glaze over and fall out. And then, so my question is, I'm trying to think. So first, your first few goals to just recap. You want to do your 30 faces in 30 days and to book and hold your first party within the next 2 weeks. You want to make sure that you do your 6 MK Q&As with me so you can earn the first 3 earned your pearl earrings, the next one earned your pearl bracelet, and then you want to make your go and work on your list of hostesses and then your dream team, and you want to send me a picture of that. And then we're just going to deposit all the money into your new Mary Kay your new checking account, and then I'm going to help you, and I'm going to give you a weekly accomplishment sheet that's super simple that you can do for money management. So we'll do that. And then one other thing really quickly is if you go under boards and you go under new consultant, there are right here under the new consultant, there's tools to manage your Mary Kay business under the new consultant. If I click that tool, then it'll come up and it'll tell me how to set up my personal website. And then it'll tell me how to set up ProPay. And it'll tell me about MK Connections, which is where we can get our business cards. And then visit Mary Kay In Touch. So this gives you information for my customers' apps. So I can go in, so just go under the boards and go under new consultant how to, and on the home screen, there is go mobile with Mary Kay apps, and then there's the manager tool there. Then there's the tools. So you can have the access there. And if you need it, I can send that to you, but it's go mobile with Mary Kay. So I'll send that link to Tanika, and I'll send that link to you. Well, I'm right there, Miss Cynthia.
I need to change.
What?
No, I was on my Google. I'm downloading the Mary Kay app right now. So I have it because I was able to do it through In Touch. They have me down for my other email address, and I don't want that one used. I know we put in the other one, so make sure that's the one that we use for now. But I want to make sure that I get another email. I don't know. I'm just trying to do a lot at one time.
Yeah.
I told you I'm just like you with this thing. I'm just all over the place at one time.
So set up your new email, and once you set up your new email, you can go into Mary Kay In Touch, and you can change your email. So if I go right here and go back, and if I get out of MK Confident and go back here, I'm just going to show you that when you're on here, Cynthia, I have to move your space over here because you're like, hold on, this little bar is on. So if I go over here to this my little person up here, and I click my person, I can go to my settings. And it'll tell you language, let's see. It'll tell you email. So I can go over here to the preference center, and you can change your emails. Or maybe it's under here. I don't know. My account. Let's go under my account. So it's under my account. You can change your email. So right here, if you want to edit your email when you get your new email, you'll click this, you'll go under your little person, you'll go under my account, and then you'll go down here and you'll put your new email in. You'll just click you'll click the little pencil and it'll edit. And then if you needed to edit phones or whatever, you can do that, and you can have everything in here. And so it's all here, so you can put your your bank account and everything, all that information in there, so that when you get your first qualified team member, then they can deposit that $50 cash bonus directly into your checking account. So you'll want to set that up too.
Okay, we're gonna get to that. We're gonna come back to that.
Yes.
Let's circle back around.
So I will send y'all the recording when it's done. And any other questions or comments?
Nope, I finally got my Mary Kay Great Start downloaded to my phone.
Woo!
I know, right? So I finally got my app in, and that way I can start going through everything. And I'm gonna go in here now and create my Google account
Okay.
for Mary Kay. And then let me see, create a workspace. I'm working on that one. There's too many people in my house.
Well,
The checking.
it could be that you're like one person put themselves in their closet.
Yeah, okay. Well, I can understand that. I can't clean out my closet and do that and prepare that one because, yeah, if not like I said, I'm outside right now. I'm sitting on the front porch and fighting off the mosquito eaters. So, like right now, that's my private place because nobody's gonna come out here. And then if they see me on the phone, then yeah, they stop. But yeah, I'm about to find a place because it's gonna get hot.
Yeah, it will. So anyways, and it is. So it just take one step, one day at a time. You know, what I can leave y'all with is, you can eat an elephant one bite at a time. You can't sit down and eat the whole elephant. So take one thing and do one thing per day and give yourself grace. You know, God gave us grace, and sometimes we're harder on ourselves. So if you start feeling stressed or you feel like you're overwhelmed, that's where you do the 911 and we work through it together. And anything with you, Tanika, and then I'm going to close with a Mary Kay quote that's sitting on my desk.
No, I mean, I I took a lot of good notes. Sorry. Jesus in need of water right now.
That is,
He waited till I unmuted myself.
that
But
is,
I mean, I've got a little spot in my house that I'm considering, so I
good.
will get that done. And I am gonna do one thing at a time because right now I do have a million things going on, but Mary Kay is gonna be my happy place. So
I
Okay.
know that's right. Can you
Oh,
text me my consultant number? Because I'm trying to log in and it says invalid login attempt.
yes.
I know the password is right. I just might not have the right consultant number.
Okay, hold on. Let me pull up your, let me pull up your, okay. This is, I'm going to send this to you. So this is what I get to see every time. There it is. I just sent it to you. It's 6:0. So it's on the picture.
Okay, yeah, it's definitely wrong. Okay.
Okay. So in closing, Mary Kay said, whatever you vividly imagine, ardently desire, sincerely believe, and enthusiastically act upon must inevitably come to pass. So with that, my friends, you guys have a beautiful evening. I will send this back out to you, and just know you can listen to it again, and I'm here to support you, and I appreciate you. So love you much. Bye.
I love you. Thank you so much. I will be texting you.
Okay, I'll talk to you tomorrow.
bye. Y'all
I
have a
will-
good evening.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.